It's weird how often we spend years chasing things that deep down don't really matter to us. We grew up being told that status, money or approval from others is the blueprint for a good life. So we grind for the promotion, the recognition, the lifestyle that looks good from the outside. Then when we finally get it, it doesn't feel like the finish line we thought it would. The buzz wears off quickly and suddenly we're back to square one, wondering why we're not as happy as we imagined. That's because most of the time we're chasing the wrong things. We're chasing things that look fulfilling, not things that are fulfilling. In today's video, I'm going to discuss why we chase the wrong things in life. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is how status feels like security until it doesn't. Chasing status feels like building a safety net. The job title, the dream car, the expensive clothes, it gives us a sense that we've made it, that we're safe from being overlooked. But status is so fragile. Lose a title or get outshined by someone younger or watch trends shift, and suddenly all of that security disappears overnight. It's not really yours, it's borrowed. The problem with chasing status is that the goalpost always moves. Get one promotion and then suddenly you're eyeing the next one, or buy a nice new car and then it's about the newer model. It never ends. What makes it even trickier is that status looks like fulfillment from the outside. People clap for it, they respect it, and that feels good. But once you're alone, you often realize it hasn't touched your deeper happiness at all. True security doesn't come from being seen as important. It comes from building a life that feels important to you, even if nobody else notices. The next thing I want to talk about is how validation feels good, but how addictive it can be. Validation is one of the easiest traps to fall into because it feels so good. That recognition, whether it's compliments, likes on a post, or people admiring what you're doing, it hits the brain like a drug, but it's really short-lived. You get a hit, you feel amazing for a few minutes or hours, and then you're empty again, waiting for the next fix. It's just like me on my YouTube channel. If one of my videos does really well, I get that rush of dopamine, but if the next one does bad, then I'm right back down in the well. That's why people constantly chase more likes, more praise, more approval. The danger is when you build your identity on validation, you're handing the steering wheel of your self-worth to other people. When they clap, you feel good, and when they're silent, you feel invisible. It means you're never really free, because your sense of value depends on whether the world says you're enough today. Fulfillment comes from something deeper, a self-respect. It's that feeling of, I know I'm good enough, even if nobody else notices what I'm doing right now. And building that is harder, but it's the only thing that truly lasts. The next thing I want to talk about is how fulfillment is quiet, so that means we overlook it. Now, what I mean by that is one of the biggest reasons people miss out on fulfillment is because it doesn't scream for attention. It's subtle, it's calm, and it's grounded. Fulfillment looks like the simple things, like being proud of the work you did today, or spending time with people who actually care about you, or even just having peace of mind when you're by yourself. But because these things aren't flashy, they don't get celebrated. Nobody throws you a party for finally feeling at peace, or for having a healthy relationship, or for being content with who you are. So we ignore fulfillment and chase the noisy things instead. The achievements, the praise, the lifestyle that looks good in pictures. But the truth is, fulfillment lasts longer. It's not a spike of happiness, it's a steady baseline. It's the thing that actually stays with you when the excitement of validation or status fades away. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the trap of comparison. A lot of the time, the things we're chasing aren't even things we wanted in the first place. We only started chasing them because somebody else had them. Comparison convinces us that we're behind in life just because our life doesn't look like someone else's highlight reel. And when you're stuck in that mindset, nothing you do feels enough. Social media makes this worse because we see people at their best, the new job, the holiday, the achievements, but we never see their struggles. And we use that incomplete picture to measure our own self-worth. The danger of living in comparison is that you end up running someone else's race. Even if you win it, it won't feel good because it wasn't your finish line to begin with. Fulfillment comes when you stop asking, how do I measure up, and start asking, what genuinely matters to me? That's when life stops being a race and starts feeling like your own path. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in today's video is the courage to redefine the word winning. The reason why we chase the wrong things in life is due to fear. Fear of being judged, fear of missing out, fear of not being remembered. That's why we chase status and validation so hard, because we think if we have enough of it, those fears will go away. But redefining what winning looks like takes courage. It means stepping back and saying, I don't care what everyone else sees as success. This is what matters to me. For some people, winning might be freedom. For others, it might be peace, health, creativity, or just having strong relationships with people. The point is, it doesn't have to look impressive to anyone else. Once you decide your own definition of success, you can stop being pulled around by external expectations. You stop living for the applause and start living for the alignment with yourself. And that's when fulfillment really shows up, not because you've gained everything the world told you to chase, but because you finally understand what enough feels like in your own life. All in all, status and validation will always tempt us because they're shiny, loud, and immediately rewarding. But the problem is, they fade. You're always left wanting more from it. Fulfillment doesn't fade. It's quieter, it's slower, but it's the only thing that actually stays with you. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. Not chasing a life that looks good, but building a life that actually feels good for you. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more, and comment down below what you think on this. That being said, guys, it's been Jxey. Stay awesome.